Hey, this is Wileen Benson, and you are on the Daily Gratitude Call, where we start every day in gratitude. Gratitude is the highest energy state that we can be in. It creates a frequency of positive vibration that attracts positive experiences into our lives. Hey everybody, this is Wileen Benson. This is our Daily Gratitude Call. I'm really excited for what we get to discover today. The subject that we're going to focus on is gratitude for discerning what is mine. Gratitude for discerning what is mine. And I'm going to start a timer, and we're going to do a private silent meditation on gratitude for discerning what is mine. And we'll see what comes up. So just write down whatever comes to you. This is your own personal inspiration on gratitude for discerning what is mine. And I'm beginning the timer right now. Okay. It's interesting. The word shame came up for me a couple of times as I was in this private meditation that started out discerning what is mine. It was like super grateful that I have developed the skill of being able to know within my heart what's a yes and what's a no. I can make quick decisions. You know, if I'm talking to someone and they're presenting an opportunity to me or whatever, I can really easily just check in and say, nope, that's not for me. Thank you. And let's not waste each other's time any longer. And it really has helped me to be able to move forward quickly, to be able to have that discernment within myself, what's a yes and what's a no. And where that kind of shame came in was a lot of times, I think one of the reasons why people don't like sales is because salespeople have a hard time saying, taking a no for an answer sometimes. And they even sometimes I've had some salespeople that will even try to put shame on me for saying no to something. And I've realized that the faster that I can know within my own heart and act on that, whether it's a yes or no, then the less opportunity I have for that I create for there to create like a weird energy between us. It's sort of like, you know, just be honest and upfront and just, you know, say what you think. We're not always, you know, 100% clear, especially if we think that we have to be the one to make the decision. I'm just really grateful that I've been able to really switch that in my mind and heart and who I am, that I'm just totally led by God. And if the inspiration I'm receiving is a no, I say no. If it's the inspiration I'm receiving is a yes, I say yes. I don't question it. And then the second time that word shame came up, where I wrote it, was I've had twice in, I would say, the last 6 months, the same person has come to me, and I consider this person like an angel, giving me feedback and just kind of helping me. Let's see, one of our calls this week was like marked progress or marking progress. And she's been an angel to me to really help me to recognize where I've really marking my progress. Twice in the last 6 months, she's come to me and really tried to shame me into making a different choice in my business, and most especially with regard to the prices on my programs and what I'm asking, people to do and stuff. And it's totally her, I mean, she's the only person that has come to me like this. And I honor her for, her beliefs and what, she thinks that people should be doing as a mentor. And she's wanting to be a mentor herself. And so this is an opportunity for her to get to learn for herself what she wants to choose, what she chooses to do. But I just love when we get to, that I am at a place and that we have the opportunity to get to a place where we're so certain and we're working so closely in alignment with God that it doesn't matter what anybody says, that I don't receive any of that. I don't receive any of that shame or guilt or, oh, maybe she's right. Maybe I should do it. I will take the feedback and check in, and it's the same thing. It's like I have that gift to discern what's mine and what's somebody else's. And for her in particular, this, person that has brought these things to me a couple times in the last 6 months, it is hers. It's all hers. And there's no reason for any shame for my part, and no reason for any shame on her part, because it's her belief and she should be proud of that. She should be proud of her belief. Whatever, she's believing, she should fully step into that. So that's what I felt this morning. Who else has something that they would like to share?
I don't know if I can convey this well, but I thought of being a lifeguard, and as a lifeguard, I was trained that you need to approach someone that's struggling or drowning or having a hard time in a specific way so that they don't jeopardize your safety, and so that you can help them. And so I just thought of that, and I don't know if I can, but as we are discerning what is ours, sometimes we need to approach things in a specific way, just like you talked about with that woman. You could quickly check in and feel that it was hers and not yours. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love that analogy, and you're absolutely right. I feel like I could totally use that in this situation, that I'm approaching not to like upset or, because if somebody's drowning, you definitely don't want to, tell them, hey, stop thrashing. But that's, we need them to relax. We need them to, if we're going to be able to help them. So some people are not like in a position to be helped. But with a lifeguard, where that's, and I consider myself sort of in that position of a lifeguard sometimes, that it's important for me to approach in a way that I still keep that line of communication open, that she's still willing to receive help at some point, maybe not right now, but I can still approach in a way that doesn't jeopardize my safety. I'm not going to take on her energy, but also to, keep that line of communication open, and to be able to, trying to get your arm under them so that they can relax and let you actually help them. Thanks, Tyree. Who else?
I'll share.
Thanks, Kathy.
What came up for me was a primary song that I learned as a child. Dare to do right, dare to be true. you have a work that no other can do. There's more to it, but that's the phrase that kept coming up for me and has several times throughout the past week or two. Dare to be right, dare to be true. And when you're talking about, just the part about being true, I finally put that with be true to yourself. Be true in your discernment about what works for you and what you need to do, and what we all, but finding that work that is yours to do that nobody else can do, that's been really interesting to me because I haven't always seen myself as somebody that, anybody can do what I do. I have just, it comes from being a middle child, I'm sure, that, just not special. Just anybody can. So just finding that work that is mine to do. But I love the analogy of the lifeguard. I was listening to one of my mentors talking about how we all need to be lifeguards. There are people out there drowning and don't even know that they're drowning in debt. And it's like, it's okay. Everybody else is in the same boat, but the boat's sinking and people are drowning. And we need people on the shore that are willing to go in and help those people and share ways for them to get back safely to the shore and to shore up their savings, to shore up their financial knowledge, to shore up whatever we can, to do our part to save those people who may not even know that they're drowning.
Interesting. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. I feel lots of things, as you were saying, like you have a work that no other can do. I feel like for me, as I've stepped more fully into that, I realize I only have time on this earth to do that. It's like God has given us so many years, to be here and to accomplish our work. And the more clear that I've gotten on my purpose and what I get to do, to kind of help people that, maybe don't even realize they're drowning, that there really is only time for me to do my work. And that's all that's required. And it's all that I should be doing. So, this skill of discerning what's mine is super important for us to get that work done that we're here to do. I love that. The image came to me. I don't know if you guys have seen, there was, I don't even remember where it was. I don't think it was in the US, but there was a girl, I think, that was caught in a riptide and taken out. And there were tons of people on the beach that saw it. And it was like basically one person, one lifeguard was not going to be able to help this person. And like everybody on the beach linked arms and actually went out and got her. And it was an aerial photo of this huge long line of people from the shore. When he said shore up, that's what made me think of it. And that sometimes it's not just you, I would say it's almost never just you. There's other people that you get to link arms with, that even to help one person, it might take a whole army. Maybe I'll try to find that and share it in the blog post. Any last thoughts before we shift over to our permission process?
I just have one thought.
Okay, thanks,
and that's just that what's mine is going to come back to me. I think that because sometimes we miss opportunities, sometimes things don't work out and we don't get to do the things that we wanted to do or that we felt would be really good for us. And that's hard for me to trust that that it will come back around again. It's not only one time that I have to learn this, or only one opportunity for me to do something, that when other things take priority, that it's okay. I can trust that what's mine is going to come back to me.
Mm-hmm. I love that too. I know there's been things that I've received in my inspired shortcuts that I, maybe do a little bit, but then it just kind of gets lost in the shuffle or whatever. And I used to really even, go back to that shame on myself of, why didn't I do that or whatever? And then tomorrow I've got a new inspired shortcut. So it's like, I don't have time to do that one that was yesterday. And it just keeps getting further and further behind. But I believe that too, that no opportunity will be lost. And sometimes it's not the exact same thing, but it is a similar opportunity that will allow us to learn the same lesson. And, sometimes it does take a little bit longer because these inspired shortcuts do help us to move along a lot quicker. But sometimes it does take a little bit longer, or sometimes there were some, because we didn't act on it, maybe there was a limiting belief or a lesson that we needed to learn, or, we needed to step into being a more confident person or whatever, before we could actually confidently act on that opportunity. So I believe that too. God can take us anywhere from anywhere. If we go down a wrong road, or if we miss the turn or whatever, it's just like when you're driving, if you miss an exit, there's another exit and we can backtrack. It might take a little bit longer, but we can still get there. So thank you. Appreciate that. Any other last thoughts before we shift over to our permission process? Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. And just allow yourself to be open to receive. As we're just taking a moment to ground, just set aside any judgment of yourself, of any past mistakes or past things that we've missed, opportunities that we missed or whatever. Just set those aside and know that God is over all. He has the ability to lead and guide us wherever we are. And just for a moment, let's just be aware of maybe discerning where we have stepped into the trap of taking on things that are not ours, taking on things that are not mine. Just allow yourself to sit in that and just be aware of it. And any limiting beliefs that might be coming up, because you know what's coming. I'm going to be inviting you to let go of those things. And sometimes those limiting beliefs will rise up and be like, wait, those are keeping us safe. What's she going to do? So just allow yourself to be aware of those times and those areas in your life where you are discerning right now that you have been taking on something that isn't yours. And also being aware of the limiting beliefs that would keep you in that trap and would not allow you to let go of those things and really create more space for the things that are yours. So just write down those limiting beliefs. And then notice what the cost of those limiting beliefs are. If you hold on to those limiting beliefs, what's the cost of, as Kathy was saying with that song, that you have work that no other can do? What is the cost to that work that only you can do? What's the cost of the things that you discern that are yours if you hold on to these things that are not yours, and these limiting beliefs are sort of keeping you in that trap? And if you are seeing now the cost for the first time and you're willing to let go of that limiting belief because you don't like the cost, then you can give yourself permission to let go of that limiting belief and step into something new by saying yes.
Yes.
Awesome. So now it's time to choose some new beliefs. What new beliefs will empower you to be able to let go of the things that are not yours and to fully embrace the things that are yours, that you can give your whole heart and soul to, and your time and your energy and your talents and your resources, everything to your part, to the things that are yours, saying yes, 100%, yes, this is mine, and I'm fully embracing this. What new beliefs will allow you to step into that kind of energy? Get 2 or 3 new beliefs to replace that old limiting belief. And then feel the power of these new beliefs. Feel how your whole world just opens up to you. That time, energy, resources are freed up because attention is freed up, because now you're only focusing on the things that are yours. And as you bring that kind of energy into your body and allow yourself to feel that reviving fuel that happens when you realize that there's only, just a few things that are mine. And Christ even helps me in those things. I'm not even required to do all of that. I only need to do my part, and He will perfect it. And from that kind of energy, just listening for the first thing that comes to you, what is your inspired shortcut today? What's the most important thing you can do today that will empower you to continue in this confident feeling of discerning and only doing what is yours, only taking on what is yours, your part of what is yours? What's your inspired shortcut today? What is the one thing that is yours? And that will give you some evidence that there is only this one part that is yours. Will give you evidence of that feeling that you had when you chose to let those other things go that are not yours. And this inspired shortcut can help anchor in that feeling. So in a moment, I'm going to open it up for some shares. And if anybody is feeling a struggle in this area at all, because I know a lot of us are kind of that, have that like savior complex or that mom complex where, we feel like we have to be over all and make sure that everybody's okay, that there might be still some struggles going on. And if you are still feeling that, I'd love to invite you to schedule an appointment with me, a 15-minute call. And all you have to do is just go to askwylene.com, and that will take you directly to my calendar, and you can schedule a free 15-minute call. I would love to have that conversation with you. Who has something they'd like to share about their experience today?
So I can't remember how long ago, a week or two ago, I had a call with you, and you helped me to see how I was mirroring my dad in a totally unhealthy way. And since then, I've recognized other things that I do to mirror my dad and my mom that are not effective or healthy or anything. And so my limiting beliefs were that I need to pave the way for my family or they won't be able to do it, like the savior complex thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a mirror for them, and in an unhealthy way. And so some of my new beliefs is I know like you said, I know immediately what is mine, and I release what isn't mine. And I am only a mirror for Christ.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. I love that. And I want to share with you, Tyree, I've been feeling a lot. You've been on my mind a lot lately, and especially since you're participating in our case study group this month. And there is some truth in what you said, that you've been living it in a counterfeit way about leading the way for your family. How did you say it? Pave the way?
Yeah.
And then the follow-up part was, what was it, that they can't do it themselves or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I really have been seeing you as a leader lately, like leading the way. So that part of it is actually accurate. That part is true. You do need to lead the way, pave the way for your family, and for others. There's more than just your family that you get to pave the way for. But then the follow-up to that is that you release them to choose their own path. So you pave the way, you lead the way, and you're following Christ, you're mirroring Christ, So basically, you're helping them to follow Christ if they choose to follow you. But that's the part where we kind of let go, because we all have our agency. Thanks, Tyree. Who else?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll share.
Okay, thanks, Sybil.
I have such a hard time discerning what is mine. I have so many gifts and I have so many interests, and I just think that's not bragging either. Like, I feel like it is not a gift to have lots of different gifts and lots of different interests, because then it's like a shotgun or like a pellet blast, everything is super scattered instead of concentrated. And it's really difficult to gather things and to discern where I could be most effective. And so that was kind of my limiting belief, is that I don't know what's mine. It's not clear what's wanted from me. And so I just had to kind of let everything go and allow myself to be my own unique self and not look around for what others are doing, because they're not me. And so I can't trust others to guide the way always. I have to, like Tyree was saying or like you were saying about Tyree, to mirror Christ only, and to see what he wants me to do and where he would have me go. And so that's what I'm going to be working on, is concentrating my efforts more and gathering in my interests and reining in other parts, and really trying to focus on where he would have me go.
I love that. I feel like there's a lot of power in that. Gifted, people who are just like super open to inspiration, I think have that same kind of feeling at some point. At some point in their lives, they're thinking, "Oh my gosh, why am I so blessed with all these ideas and interests and gifts and everything? It's like I can't do it all." But what I've found as I've worked with people is that there is a common thread among all the gifts and interests. And there's a specific way that you get to channel this. It's like you said, kind of reining it all in to a laser focus. Well, if you are just shining a light, like if there's a light bulb that's turned on, it's like a soft glow, that kind of fills the whole room. But if you channel that light into a laser beam, it's like the same power into, one specific thing, then that's like so powerful, it can cut through steel. So I think you're on the right track. Did we do a dream alignment call? Sybil, did you do a dream alignment call with me?
Yes, we did. And I don't have like an exact business yet. And so it was
Okay.
wonderful and it was great. But
okay. And that's okay. But I just had the thought to have you go back to that. And because I feel like there's going to be some insight that you receive from that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And yeah, schedule a 15-minute call with me if you feel like you need some extra support with that. Because that's my genius. That's my laser focus, is helping people to hone that in, hone in on what is theirs. Well, we are getting at the end of our time. I'm going to go ahead and close it, but I do want to encourage all of you to go to the Breakthrough with Gratitude page and share any thoughts or insights that you're receiving even beyond this call. If, as we finish our call today, if there's more thoughts that come to you that you'd like to share, please go to that Facebook group. I've actually not been on social media the last few days, and so there's probably lots of things that you guys have shared that I haven't seen. So I'm going to catch up on that over the next couple of days. But I just am really appreciative of everything that has been shared today. I appreciate you guys being open and willing to share your thoughts. I know that it is not just for you, that this is helpful to the world. Anybody that's listening to this call is going to be inspired from words that you said. So I'm super grateful that you all are willing to share your thoughts. Any last thoughts before we end our call today? All right. Well, thank you so much. We will look forward to being back together tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, and excited for what you get to create with your Inspired Shortcut. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, thanks so much for listening. And I encourage you to tune in every day to the Daily Gratitude Call. And the Daily Gratitude Call happens live every weekday morning. I'd love to have you join. So to find out how to join live, go to my website, WileenBenson.com. Thanks for tuning in.